All right, so installment number 3 for kind of this midterm assessment, looking at how the class is going for everybody. Overall, I got pretty positive comments, and so I'm going to look at some of those and then also talk about some tips for continuing to go through the class. The class is going to get a little less structured, at least in terms of the number of times you have to check in. It's going to be a little more free moving into the next few weeks. In terms of doing work on some of the larger assignments as opposed to doing some of the smaller discussion stuff. We'll still have discussion stuff every week. I do that so that everybody has to check in and make sure they're staying on top of things, because sometimes if I didn't do that, people would drift away, and I want to keep you here. I want to keep you connected and make you feel like this is a class community that we've got going online. So just a few notes about organization and time management. Don't forget that online is flexible, but the studies show that a work at your own pace sort of thing doesn't work quite as well as if I have you on a schedule, or us on a schedule, right? Because it helps me too, it helps keep me focused as well. That I know that I'll have time pretty much every Friday and Monday to work on this class and to get things back to you graded and commented upon as quickly as I can. Always feel free to contact me if the schedules seem to be getting a little bit difficult or you have things that pop up. As a lot of you have found out, I can be somewhat flexible as long as you're making every effort to keep things on track. If you make the effort, then I'll help you out. As we're heading more into this idea of civic engagement and you're continuing to work on your projects, you've got some feedback on your proposals, and I'm really excited to see how some of those turn out. A lot of people have some really cool ideas. And just remember that it's like you're trying to balance that out with the nature of online classes and why you take a class like this. A lot of people are taking it because of the flexibility of the schedule, assuming that, I can do this from 10 o'clock at night until 1 in the morning after I've gotten off an 8-hour shift and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting here telling you, you got to get out and do some stuff in the community. Do the best you can, and then continue to stay in contact with me, and we'll try to figure out ways to make the civic engagement work, because it is a very vital component to this class and to the university curriculum to get you involved in that community participation and civic engagement. So I'll try to continue to send out advanced announcements of various assignments and things so that you can start to plan. This civic engagement is required by the BSU program, and I try to make it as flexible as possible. If for some reason you're just having a ton of trouble trying to find time outside of the home, right? Because the civic engagement requires you to go outside of your home. Let's figure something out. Just contact me. Some options are a little more flexible than others, right? If you're doing a donation drive, then you're probably going to have to get out of the house and talk to people directly and pick things up and do stuff like that. We can maybe find a different option for you. That video option, making the video sometimes can be a good option for people who don't have quite as much time outside the house. And I'll be flexible. I'll work with you as much as I possibly can while fulfilling the requirements of the class. So, also, it's really important to think about motivation, right? Picture me sitting here at my desk needing your participation, right? I need your participation in order for this class to work really well, in order for it to become an online community. So use that idea of the online community to really use the freedom and flexibility as the semester progresses in order to get your classmates on board with the things that you're doing. Some people asked if it would be okay to join forces to do the civic engagement project, and if you can manage that and if you both have time, go for it. Let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later. I got one or two more of these shorter videos as kind of a semester review at this point, halfway through.